We begin on the NFL gridiron where the season wraps Sunday in one of the most boring Super Bowls in history. Unless, of course, you are a New England fan. In a Super Sunday only New England could love, the Patriots won their sixth title by lumbering their way to a 13-3 victory over the Los Angeles Rams. That young, brash, high-flying team with the 33-year-old coach and the 24-year-old quarterback who were, we thought, changing football. But Sean McVay and Jared Goff got lost in the lights of the big one despite the Rams defense keeping pace. Nonetheless, it was an historic one. Among the Super Bowl records set, fewest points by both teams, 16, fewest points by the winning team, 13, fewest combined points through three quarters, 6, most consecutive drives ending with a punt, 8 by the Rams, and of course the longest punt, 65 yards. In the end, graying but still gritty, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Pats came to the Super Bowl and did what they do best, and that's win. That's number 6 for Tom and Bill together, 6 of 9. The defense designed by Belichick turned the Rams quarterback into a jittery mess. He completed 19 of 38 passes for 229 yards with an assortment of misread coverages, and in the tiny windows in which LA showed any sign of life, a pair of terrible passes. One, trailing 3-0 in the third quarter, was late and high to wide-open Brandon Cooks in the end zone. The other, trailing 10-3 with 4:17 left in the fourth quarter, was high under pressure for an easy interception that essentially ended the game. McVay is half the age of Belichick, and Goff is half the quarterback Brady is in these type of games. More on the Super Bowl in the C-list. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. The Knicks are in Detroit tonight. That game gets underway at 7. The Knicks fell 105-92 to the Pistons in the front end of the home-and-home series Tuesday night at the Garden. That was the debut of Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, and Wesley Matthews, who were acquired from Dallas in the Kristaps Porzingis blockbuster last Thursday. All the roster changes aren't helping the Knicks get any wins, folks. That was their 14th straight loss. The Brooklyn Nets will host the Chicago Bulls, who recently dealt for Carmelo Anthony, only to waive the former Knick. Melo is a free agent and likely could sign soon with the NBA trade deadline looming. To say the LA Lakers struggled on Tuesday night would be an understatement. The Lakers fell to the Indiana Pacers 136-94. The 42-point blunder also marked the worst loss by any LeBron James-led team in his 16-year NBA career, when he's played, of course. He has previously lost by 36 points twice. Show me Anthony Davis, L.A. The Philadelphia 76ers pulled off their second blockbuster trade of the 18-19 season late Tuesday night, agreeing to send multiple players and draft picks to the LA Clippers in exchange for star forward Tobias Harris, a local product, according to a report from ESPN's Woj. Nice move there by the Sixers. Bill Belichick has long had an affinity for Greg Schiano. Now he's adding him to his staff. Schiano, who failed miserably as Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach, is back in the NFL and will be named the New England Patriots' new defensive coordinator, according to Jim McBride of the Boston Globe. He will replace Brian Flores, who left to be the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins. On the ice, the Islanders and Devils are fresh off their meeting last night. The Isles will host Colorado Saturday. The Devils will be home in Newark Saturday to host Minnesota. Meanwhile, the Rangers are home Sunday to host Toronto. Puck drops at 7 p.m. at Madison Square Garden. Hard to believe, but the MLS season is set to return. Action gears up this weekend for both NYCFC and the Red Bulls. Spring training baseball is also on tap before the calendar flips. The first spring games for the Yankees and Mets are on February 23rd. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for my 2 cents on Super Bowl 53. We'll have some sights and sounds from our Super Bowl coverage on Monday's show, but for now, I'm happy knowing that my Super Bowl pick came to fruition. I had given you the 2017 final score and the dramatic ending of Brady walking away, but we all knew Tom wouldn't do that, win, lose, or draw. I had a lower score than most, but who could have fathomed such a low score? I think the end result solidified the fact that Tom and Bill are the greatest pair of all time and truly the greatest ever at their respective positions. New England's road to a 6th Lombardi trophy, tied with Pittsburgh for the most, was never easy this season. The Patriots lost 5 times, didn't have home field advantage through the playoffs, and after every loss, we're beset by questions over whether the 41-year-old Brady and his 66-year-old coach might be winding down. Through it all, though, they could score. The Pats averaged 27.2 points a game. And in the postseason run, the offense scored 10 touchdowns and Brady never got sacked. They were not clicking like that Sunday at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where 70,081 fans, most of them cheering for New England, watched Brady go for number 6. Other than Julian Edelman, whose 10 catches for 141 yards won him MVP honors and made him look like Jerry Rice, considering everything happening around him, the Patriots were out of sync. Brady's first pass got intercepted. He went 21 for 35 for 262 yards and a passer rating of 71.4, more than 26 points lower than he averaged this season. New England outgained L.A. 195-57 in the first half, but settled for 2 field goal attempts, 1 miss and 1 make, for a 3-0 lead at the break. 3-0. The Patriots proved that experience matters in life, especially with the big one on the line. Their experience was enough to grind past the Rams. It's hard to say whether or not that will be the last for Tom and Bill together. It may not have been their finest Super Bowl moment, but the truth is the league is still trying to play catch up to the 2 best to ever do it. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.